My name is Pat Hassell. I work at Eaton and Sawley Foodbank and I have been here since 2014. We've been open since October 2012. We have about 40 to 45 volunteers at any one time. We open 4 times a week over 3 different sites. One in Eaton, one in Sawley and one in Castle Donington.
I decided to become a volunteer based on my daughter. We were out in Nottingham one night and she and I watched the food bank come out and people queuing up to have food, and when I saw an opportunity for the food bank, it seemed a logical step for me to see what actually happened within a food bank, and also how people come to the food bank and what it was all about.
I just felt like I really wanted to get involved in the local community. I'm a teacher myself, so I didn't want to work with young people, so I wanted to work with vulnerable adults. And then I just found out about the food bank. Came along for the Tesco collection, loved the vibe of it all, found everyone really friendly. Came down on Saturdays and just really enjoyed it. So I get lots out of it, but then also it's great to know that I'm giving something back as well.
We run a session utilising session supervisors who are experienced volunteers who just run each session. And then we usually have about 6 of the volunteers at each session to cover everything that needs doing.
It was something I'd thought about for a long time. My career has been in social work, so it was something I was familiar with, and although I think it's a real shame that we actually need food banks, I decided that when I had cut down my work hours a bit, it was something that I could do to give some practical help in the area, really. So yeah, and I think it's a fantastic way of actually helping people get over sticky patches, really, you know.
This, food banks is an issue which kind of resonates with me. I think that it's an important thing. It's not really just that people have to be reliant on food banks, and I think that, my feelings towards it are strong enough that I thought I could do something to help.
The typical number of people that come through the door, I probably go on a weekly basis at present, is usually between 25 and 30. That is people presenting vouchers. It is not the number of people that we feed. We can feed anywhere between 20, 30 to about 70 people a week.
It's helped me through getting through every month because I get paid monthly. So like 3 weeks out of the month I'm normally struggling, so that's when I come here.
The process of when a client arrives, they come in through the door, they're welcomed, they're invited to take a seat, offered a hot drink. We always have biscuits and chocolates around for them to help themselves. They present their voucher to the session supervisor, who checks everything's been completed correctly by the person referring them. And then that voucher is taken into the distribution room and a parcel is brought together depending on how many people are in the family. So 1, 2, 4, 6, up to 12 if necessary, and they get the amount of food accordingly to that.
I think it's really important to feel as though you're giving back to the community. There's a lot of good work happens at the food bank, and to actually come and meet some of the people that are here, to hear how the food is helping them out, and also to prepare the food in the boxes to actually go out to homes. You really do get a good feeling for what a difference you are making.
I've grown up in Eaton all my life, and I think it's just really quite sad that we're at a state where we need to have the food bank, and I see families coming in, people coming in, and they're in these desperate situations, and it's great that we are able to help people.
The role of the local community is huge. Not only does it supply the volunteers that actually keep the food bank running, we also have regular collection points around the community, and people are donating constantly. We have a basket at Asda and a basket at Tesco that's being emptied at least once a week, if not twice a week. We have smaller collections at smaller supermarkets, some of the local supermarkets, and then people call in at the sessions and donate food and other items. It's not just food that we have. We have toiletries, we have things like toilet rolls, we have dog food, all sorts of things that they bring. And we just wouldn't be able to run without them. We have a regular yearly collection at Tesco. It's organised by the Trussell Trust and it's national, over 3 days. The impact is huge because it's our mainstay for the year of food. It tops up all our shelving and then that probably keeps us fed, or keeps the people in need fed, for a good 6 months. In addition, then we get extra regular collections from Tesco and other areas. But the yearly one is massive.
It took me a while to volunteer. I'd been thinking about it for some years, but actually my one piece of advice would be to stop thinking about it and go out there and do it, because the rewards that you get back as a person are tremendous.
Even if you don't think you can contribute, any contribution is better than nothing. So yeah, I'd recommend anyone just dive straight into it.
Oh, just come down, get involved.